Now it is 2-1 for the fuel. So we head into game number 4, Gibraltar.
Ready for battle.
How big is Outlaws picking up Jimmer? Pretty big. Probably helps with the playing the monkey. The monkey. At least that's my thought process on it. But who knows? Who knows till it comes down to game time. But I would think they'll probably use him for monkey. Jungler still be main tank for Ryan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's clear with you, Jimmer. I have no idea. It's still probably a command, whatever the name of it is. Somewhere on the commands list. When you get Nano and Monkey, who do you try and go for? Backline. No, you still want to go for Ana. You still, when you get Nano and Monkey, you definitely need to go for backline or one of the squishies. You don't just sit there and shoot tanks. Because when you jump, you still, if you time your bubble right, you can block the sleep because you put your bubble as you're about to land. So it kind of just comes down to, are you better than the Ana? So with the times that you block it, you're gonna get the kill, and then if the Ana is better, or if your D.Va doesn't matrix you, you can honestly you're either getting bubbled or you're getting matrixed by your off tank when you go in. So you have a chance to eat the sleep, but you also can block it with bubble. So you definitely need to go for supports when you get Nano Monkey. So I think Fearless is probably just looking for a little cheeky hook here. I don't think he's gonna did they stay on hog. Okay, yeah, he was looking for the cheeky hook, and then he swaps off. Now they're on the El Clasico dive on Gibraltar. So on dive comps, for Monkey, you kind of just like jump up. Here is kind of like standard. You throw bubble down, get some zap, and then you kind of just drop off to like bottom. Because you don't want to just keep on the high ground for free forever. So you just jump up, do some damage, drop off. So probably end up seeing Fearless do that. If they can go behind, get like a hack or something, then they'll definitely hard engage on that. But we'll definitely should see Fearless like jump up to this high ground here. So there's a jump on a high ground, and then he just falls off after the bubble dies. So that pretty much as like a monkey player, that's kind of just like bread and butter. You kind of just do that to try and like force them off. Get a little extra like card space. You don't want to just let them shoot for free, and then you just set up to do the straight out again. So good jump to high ground, bubble breaks, you drop off, wait for it again. You're just getting free card push. Easy. What's up, Mika? Nah, so I end up getting the kill onto Faye with a good kill there. Now you want to take the high grounds, so this is all good. Now he's nanoed, now he jumps for the Zen. Like you can see, like instead of just going for tanks, you have to look for the squishies. So that was a good nano, and then trying to find the Zen there. But they just get dominated in the corner. Rest of the team dies, and then can't really do much there. Let's see, so for Dragons, they had invested Valk there, but they'll definitely probably go deep with like a Pulse with Fate, Primal in their backline, while Fuel pretty much do the same thing. They'll probably EMP, like Rally and Fearless probably jump, try and kill like their Zen, or Mercy try and force Trank. What isn't bad as a monkey player, if you're in this situation, Fearless could, since he does have his primal against like a Trank, you dive the Zen, right? Zen's gonna force, if you can force Trank, then you just pretty much primal the Trank away from the team as your team engages. So they'll probably look for like, if they get the EMP before Zen, then you know it's just way better. But if you end up getting like the Trank off, then you could see Fearless just looking to primal Zen away, and that's like one of the best things you can do with monkey ult. I'll let him get value. So they're just taking the high ground so they can try and set up for a an easier dive. Look at the jumps to kill the Mercy. There's the primal. See if you can get the Mercy. You can't. See if you can force Trank. There's the Trank. He was low, so he gets out. So that's smart, not overextending, dying there. So that was a pretty good use of primal. Pretty high value. Now they're all together again. Taking high ground. Probably look to see him dive like either Mercy or one of the squishies. I think he's waiting for Sombra to get in position to probably look for a dive. I think he's trying to look to see where the squishies are, but they're not really pushing out. Yeah, you can see he's trying to look for one of them. And I think he could have definitely like stayed higher to force them back, tripping off with. Honestly, they didn't really get like any value out of this nano. Doesn't get the knock, and then yeah, definitely don't get much value off of that one. Unfortunate. Alright, Tim, doing pretty good. Didn't really use primal for kills or main use. No, yeah, you try and get primal kills all the time. That's why you jump for their backline. Because primal is probably one of like the most mechanical ults, but it's also one of the best ults because you can just, once you get somebody in a corner, it's pretty much just an easy kill on it with squishy. Any of the squishies in the game, primal to a corner, and they're just like easily dead. So you always go for kills with primal, either environmentals or you're just like singling some like high value target out. It's all about just like learning how to juggle. So see this fight, they probably want to try and take blue box, and then from blue box they look to try and dive one of their backlines. Feels kind of on, yeah, they're on full dive now, so they definitely have to try and look for a dive onto their Zen or Ashe, or if Mercy, she's out of position, but Zen or Ashe for sure is what they need to try and look for a dive on. And then Dragons will probably just end up throwing Bob on points because they have to try and touch point here. But it'll probably prevent pulse bomb like a Brig or the Yana. Brig's probably the more high value target pulse if you can get that. We'll see. Tracer probably touches point. This is a good move by Fearless, trying not to take damage. He tried to jump to the Ashe. So I like this. This isn't terrible. That was a good engage onto Mercy. Tries to fly across. Not bad, not bad. All right, so part 2 of Gibraltar, probably one of the hardest points to attack if you lose this fight and they take control of high ground. So this is really good by the fuel of once they win the fight, then they go and take high ground. You need to control this high ground 100% if you want to have like any chance of like winning, getting it past point 2. So if you're on defense, you always want to try and control the high ground. So attack is the same exact thing. You want to try and control like this spaceship. So this is good. Pushing up and taking space. So don't just like everyone after you cap the point, everyone just sits on cart, because people in like lower elos, everyone just huddles on the cart like they're developing some like, you know, game plan, or they like, you know, counting doing like new fresh paint job or something. So when the fight, you push up, take space. So always keep that in mind when you're on these like payload maps. That's just a good example of you know, how to do that. Oh, that's getting some out of invis. That's pretty huge. Oh, misses his jump there though. It happens. Now he's getting back high ground again. This is good. So he can drop onto the supports and then use his jump to get out. You see the Ana on the open. Hard up on the Ana. I like it. They haven't got the kill yet. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I still like it. I still like the aggressive like play there to get like their back line. I'm not opposed to it. He's getting close to his primal. We'll probably see Nano Monkey from the Dragons onto like their Brigana. So their Fuel's backline is definitely going to die here. I don't probably see them winning this fight if that happens. So he's jumping their backline. Oh, they nanoed the Brig to keep her alive. That's actually pretty smart. They think on Fearless and he just dies. Dragons definitely use a lot of ults there, but that was good. Ooh, okay, Dole's kind of popping off. I like that ult nano though by Dragons. And tank is back onto the battlefield. He has primal, so we can probably jump up. Pressure Ana. There's the primal. Get him off the point. I like. Not bad. So we're pushing up again, taking all the space, clearing all the corners. But personally, like as you can see, like for on these on the dive comps, you'll never see like the tanks on point, and that's always because they want to be taking space. Okay, let's see this fight. Nano Fearless probably look to kill like their Brig or their Ana. Dragons kind of only have an EMP to work with, so they might just EMP the dive. Or if they can get like an early EMP, that's like kind of big and they can try to engage off of that. Fate has his ulti as well, or he will. Because Dragons kind of have to get a fast EMP, or they can use it defensively, try and counter their ult, but definitely an offensive EMP, try and get trades is be better for the Dragons than doing a defensive one. But the Fuel, they have like pretty much like all their ults, so we'll probably see Nano, Fearless, and then Spark will probably try and pulse like the Brig is the biggest threat. So there's the EMP by the Dragons there on like the back line. Nobody really goes in deep for it though, so don't really get much value from that. One kills Handbin. They still have the Nano Monkey. They forced out EMP Primal. Sounds nanos on either side for the monkeys. Oh, so the EMP to keep him alive. He's hacked. There's a push up that. They had to have been used because it's getting close to the last fight, but it sucks that they had to use the nano in that way. It's kind of like a wasted nano almost. Because he can't look to get the backline, and then he ends up just getting taken out because he can't even build his primal with that kind of nano. It took a little bit longer to probably get an engage. Just go back to Fearless, close to primal. Dragons have EMP. There's the EMP. They just need to play point. He has his primal though to knock them all off the edge. They're off point. So you can see him trying to get the edge there. Perfect. That's clean. That's a clean juggle right there. Off the map you go. Into the abyss. Or into the water.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. A Initiating match.
Sounds like check out the defense.
Ready.
Hello, play by play. I appreciate you watching, man. So here for tanks, this is kind of like you kind of start up here just because you don't want to just give them free space. When they jump up, then you just can get damage in. So as a monkey, you always want to just play up here. You don't want to play over here. This is like if you're on like a Rissa or something, you could like set up in their spawn if you really wanted to, because kind of for memes if it's like overtime or something, it's not terrible. But you never really want to play here for monkey. If you're ball, playing here is pretty good, because when the monkey jumps or the diva jumps to here, then you just grapple, roll, and then you just body block the door. So that's one of the techs you can use. If you are on defense, you can set up for one of those things. Even diva can like shift and like fly into you as well, but if not, you just stick together, get the damage, don't let them get high ground for free, and then you kind of just like rotate to here, and then you're just dropping on carts. Get your Zarya some energy whenever you need. So they're jumping high ground. They're scanning the free damage. Then we drop into the corner. It's fine. He jumps up, and pretty much you'll just see him rotating that. Like they'll probably get bubble to fearless, so you can drop to corner. There's the bubble, and then you can use his zone to stay there. And once the bubble's out, then he jumps out. It's kind of just, you want to cycle your cooldowns and stuff like that, and that's just really good. Cooldown cycles as like a main tank player, because the goal for a monkey, you need to get your ult as fast as possible, right? If you like, you want to do everything in your power to get as much spam as you can to be able to get your ult, because once you have your ult, then you can look for those hard engages onto their backline, and that's how you're going to win. You don't want to always be, you know, going for the tanks, but you have to shoot the tanks to be able to get your ult like fast enough to be able to dive the backline on these engages. Mika with the redeemed run 60-second ad Omegalol. She, damn. Okay, well, any prime gamers or tier one subs? monster. All the plebs, man. So we'll see. Let's see what ults are coming up. Dragons do have their nano, so they'll probably nano Fate on the engage, trying to force them off high ground. Fearless is definitely just going to be holding this corner here, not giving them any space, so definitely like this spot. So it goes down. I don't think he got Zarya bubbled that time. Maybe I'd always found something else. But he has to wait 6 seconds before he can drop again. And right when you see when he has bubble, then you'll probably see him go for like an aggressive drop again. So they have their nano engaged now. So there's a nano, jump in the back line, he has the bubble. So as you can see there, like as we talked about before, when you have nano, do you want to jump the Ana? So you still jump the Ana, because either you're going to get Matrix or you're going to get bubbled like that. He kind of missed his bubble and he ends up getting slept for it. So that's just kind of a unlucky bubble placement by Fearless there, but that's still like the same thought process that you always want to go through. You're still going to nano, you have to jump the back line, because you need to try and get one of those supports. But now he has Primal. Same exact thing. You'll probably see him Primal try and look for like backline. You see he saw Diva, and then he right away turned, look somewhere else. So he's looking to try and kill the Brig. Brig's half. Damn, King with the timeout Mika, and then Mika protect yourself. That got outplayed. You can protect after it. That's what it's there for. You don't redeem it before you. It's there to do it after somebody tries and time you out. Can't protect after? No, you have to protect after, because there's no way to keep a tally of if you've done it or not. So protecting like that thing is there for it to be done after somebody tries to do it. Okay, so if you'll want to hold, okay, so if you do get backed up, like this is like the first spot you want to hold. The second spot you want to hold on defense is blue box. So the attackers always try and take advantage of blue box if they can get control of this, and then defenders, you always want to try and hold blue box as well. So it's kind of like a fight for blue box, and the reason why you want this spot is because it lets you have like full high ground view of everything that's going on. So either you can jump like their back lines, go wherever you want. So you always want to try and hold this as much as possible, and then you always want to take it if you're on the other side. Yeah. Dang, the Mika with the timeout. King, do you have enough to protect yourself, man? I guess you're getting... Yeah, I guess you're getting timed out, man. Oh, shit. Damn, well, that's tragic. Nice having you around. See you in 3 minutes, man. I'm sorry. Oh shit. All right, well, now back to the review. Okay, so Fearless is holding high ground. We'll probably see Jesse use his rally on like probably one of their when they engage onto him. They end up getting the kill onto the Ana, so they're gonna have to, dragons have to back up, disengage. Fearless just holding his high ground. This is good. You'll probably see a Nano engage onto Fearless again like they did last time, and you'll probably jump their Brig. They do have rally though, so he's definitely not gonna be able to kill any on the supports, but at least he can force those ultimates. So they took control of high ground. There's the EMP, there's a jump on the Nano. Definitely do not like this at all. Zero value on to this Nano. Absolutely zero. Terrible. Donna is definitely a lot farther back. Something they just used it without getting a good engage. This is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, definitely not a good value Nano there, because they couldn't get it choose the engage, or didn't get good scouting information on like where like the Brig or their Honor was.
Once more unto the breach.
Let's see. Next round, or next fight, Fearless still has his primal, so you'll see him jump their Honor, the Brig. Definitely what you want to do. With with ult, you're not going to just sit there and shoot tanks, so we'll probably end up seeing if he can get on the one of the supports there, so this is good. High ground. He has his primal to get out. Gets bubbled. Sees the Brig, trying to kill the Brig. So I like it. But dragons end up getting trades, and yeah, but still a good good attempt. Oh, he's just getting killed before you can get escape there. Okay, Sparkle with the kill on the lip. That's pretty good. So they have both Nanos on either side. So Fearless, Nano, it's gonna be the same exact thing again. Nano's on either Monkeys. Monkeys gotta jump the back line. Hammond will give a bubble, probably on the engage. They could grab Nano Monkey and then it builds Fearless's ult. We could see that. It's not terrible. And then Dragons are probably Nano with like a Diva Bomb engage. 3 minutes in the eye corner wasn't fun. You didn't see all the people timed out, man. All the bands. So let's playing them push up a little bit. Here's there, just getting the zaps. The reason why you don't see them doing like a hard engage a little bit earlier is because the supports are playing so far back that you don't want to just nano and then go super far. You want them to bait them in a little bit. So that's why they're like, they weren't just like nanoing and going, because you can't really, that's like overextending, going too far. You need the supports to like push up at least to like go inside this room or push up to like closer to card if the team was pushing up. So this was a good job by the dragon supports, playing so far back that it's pretty much impossible for the fuel to be able to dive them and get like value or whatever. So good position by the dragon support. So if you're a support player, think about your positioning, play far back to where if they want to dive you, then they pretty much have to like overextend to do it. So that's why the fuel were taking so long to engage. It's because their dragon supports were positioned really well. Now Fearless, they only have nano to work with, but he still needs to try and get his ult to be able to dive their backline now that they're pushed up. So here he's just trying to build his primal. He's at 90% though, so it is doable for him to get his primal now on like a support engage. Oh, these are some good stuns. Hey, you wanted to play main tank, guys? Yo, guys, you wanted to play main tank? Yo, main tank experience right there, man. Yo, jump in, get stunned. Yep, fun, man. Super fun. But he had the right idea. That's what you want with like the engage there. But again, good on the dragon supports for countering his countering the engage. He's playing the difference between Winston Zarya versus D.Va. So Winston, when you're playing Zarya, you're playing a lot more aggressive when Zarya gets full energy. So you jump in with a bubble, you can play a little bit like closer once your Zarya's high energy, and then you like hard engage when she's at like 80 charge. So like the first like couple, if your Zarya's not high energy, you're not really like hard engaging, but once your Zarya gets high energy, then you're being a lot more aggressive into like a D.Va, because you can just like demech and get a lot more value from like high charge Zarya. So the bubble just
we clapped. That's
the bubble just lets you like to be a lot more aggressive.
Also, the random tweets popping up on my phone are fun to see throughout the day. XQCL.
Hey, Swag, thanks so much for the 30 months, dude. Can I get some sub hub in the chat? Really appreciate it, man. Does her energy number do? Well, the number goes up to 100, so you can get up to like 2 bubbles, 40 each, gets to 80. That's enough. As long as you're like above 60, you're kind of beaming. So once you use like, once you get up that high, that's when like you kind of like look for like a hard engage with the Zarya, because you pretty much just win. You win like fast and like kind of like honestly, once Zarya gets high charge, you kind of just like win everything against the D.Va comp. The D.Va can go a little bit farther, but because Zarya doesn't have like the biggest like range that D.Va can with fly. But yeah, D.Va is pretty much used because you can go back and forth and you can eat grav, and then the Zarya comps kind of used because you can be a lot more aggressive with like the bubbles. It's a lot of months. Nice YouTube vid, just watched it. 8, thanks, man. Okay, let's go back and watch this. So they're taking high ground. This is fine. He could have honestly probably stayed high ground. Oh, let's see. So right here, they have Nano Monkey. You'll probably see Nano Monkey bubbled. If they can push up again, if the dragons don't push up to like their supports don't push up, then you probably won't see him like hard engage because he doesn't have primal. So if he had primal, then you can go deep. When you don't, you can't really afford to go really deep because you'll just die right afterwards. So I don't really see them doing like keep going super deep. If they push up to here, then maybe, but dragons will probably play slow build, nano fate. So Brick's kind of pushing up a little bit. So they pushed up a little farther. Yeah, so you can see he wasn't going like, he's not going like all the way in on his like a first jump. He let the other guy go in. So I liked it. It was smart.
Mobility increased.
Imagine thinking 1k HP means anything. Yeah, you just die instantly, man.
30 seconds.
Wait, the Mika redeem runs 60 second out of again? Another one? Damn. Damn, dude, all the non-subs, man. I'm just any primers, dude, any Jeff Bezos subs? You guys are just getting dominated. So they nano Hanbin got jumped, so they nano him to keep him alive. Pretty good defensive nano. Sucks that they can't use on Fearless, but let's see. They pretty much just have all their ults. They're probably gonna, they can use them all to engage, but we'll see what they also try and go for their back line. There's a rally. He kind of just has to get out. He's kind of bullied. Doesn't have his ultimate. Dragon's just had a pretty big ult bank there, but Fuel coming back with a bunch of ults, so definitely doable now. If you're this be able to have his ult, the Primals gets to touch on point. 1000 HP, gone in an instant. They're getting some really good bashes on a Fearless, not letting him get much value from his jumps. But this is really good survivability. Good swap onto the Rhine. It's a lot better on the Brawl here. But really smart swap. Oh, I'm getting stunned. Guess we're gonna watch Fleta till he gets back. Who gets the copy? Copy's Ana. Guess he wants the extra healing onto point. Guess I can see it. Probably would have been better with like a Diva or something though, for more damage. Yeah, I don't think I'm a huge fan of the Ana. I guess it does get the heals, but I feel like they needed more killing like presence on that one. Wait, did they not? Oh, okay, so yeah, yeah, definitely needed more killing presence there, so they end up just winning the map. They're gonna push all the way. That was actually really good by Dallas on this one, so like making sure you're pushing up, taking control of like the high grounds with Monkey, using your, you know, engages with like Nano onto like the supports and stuff like that. So that was good good engages by the Dallas, so make sure you're taking control of those high grounds and doing that. That is map number, was that map 4? That was map number 4. So it's 3-1, 3-1, right? 3-1 for Fuel.